Hey everybody, Zachary Bach with the 1026 Club. We're going to talk about a dirty word today. We're going to talk about scripts. All the time. I'll be in mastermind rooms. I'll be here. I'll be there, and people are like, "Oh, why don't you use scripts?" If that gives people like the heebie-jeebies to talk about scripts, which is crazy because everything that you do in life is scripted. We'll talk about that. But I've got a few points that I want to bring up because scripting is so important in sales. And as we've discussed, you are a salesperson. You're a salesperson and you got to own that. And so with this chapter of the 1026 Club, we're going to really dive into some scripts. And yes, I'm going to give you my personal scripts that I use. I'm not going to write them out for you though. You're going to get the video because that's how we do it here. So if you want them, write them down. Take those notes. But today we're going to look at the 30,000 foot view like we always do before we dive into the scripts themselves. So the first thing that I want to just preach to you, be a student. You have to be a student as a salesperson. If you're not a student and you're not learning constantly, then you're not growing. Right? If I want to be a professional basketball player, if I really want to be good, I got to practice shooting constantly. I got to practice free throws. I got to practice dribbling. I can't expect to walk into the pros if I haven't practiced. And that's what a lot of salespeople do. They don't practice, they don't learn their scripts, and it's just willy-nilly. Okay? The next thing that I want to bring up is that you need to make sure you're practicing scripts that match your business type. We've talked about the 7 primary business types in real estate. If you're practicing scripts that are cold calling scripts, but you don't plan on cold calling, then that's a waste of your time. You're loading your gun with ammunition that doesn't fit your gun. You have to practice scripts based on your business type to really capitalize on the time that you have. We have a finite amount of time. It's not infinite. You have to practice what you're going to play. It would be silly for a basketball player to be practicing football. He's not going to play football, right? So practice the scripts for your business type. I heard a great quote today, and that quote was this: if you are not practicing your scripts with a role play partner, then you're practicing your scripts on your potential clients. Let that sink in. If you are not practicing your scripts on a role play partner, then you are practicing your scripts on a potential client. You have to sweat during practice so you don't bleed during war. When it comes down to being in that arena and talking to that person, that potential client, that potential commission, if you haven't practiced your scripts and you don't come across as a knowledgeable person there to actually help them buy, sell, or invest in real estate, are they going to use you? Are they going to use you? Don't practice on potential clients. You must become a student of sales, and that's what scripting is. Got a saying. This might offend some people, but that's okay. I've got a saying. Your scripts don't suck. You suck. I hear it all the time. These scripts suck. The scripts are trash. Well, the problem with that is that you haven't taken the time to learn your scripts. Now, my scripts might not work for you, but you can take a piece of my script that you like and you can create your own scripts. Take pieces of everybody's script and mesh them into one. This is what I consider scripts, okay? If you think about Legos, right? If I ask you to build a house out of Legos, everybody knows that green board, right? You're gonna start with the green board, put the green board down, you're gonna start building Legos, right? Now maybe you get a seat that's out of a dragster Lego, right? Well, you're gonna look at that seat and you're gonna say, well, that's not the right Lego for this. I'm gonna put this Lego back in the box and I'll save that for later. That's how scripts are. You might have a conversation with somebody at the gym, at the grocery store, wherever it may be, and they say something and you're about to pull this script out, and you say, ooh, bad script. Let's put that one away. Let's pull this one out instead. That is what practice breeds, is the ability to reach into that tool belt and have all these tools that you can use in case you need them. But you won't have the tools or the knowledge how to use them unless you practice. The first time somebody swings a hammer, they'll hit that nail. They don't hit it right on. Maybe they get lucky and they hit that nail. But most of the time, they're not going to get lucky. they're going to miss, right? They're going to hail around the nail. They're going to bend the nail. They're going to do anything but pound that nail into the board the way that it should. Everything that you do and say, for the most part in life, is a script. When humans are out at the bar, at the club, at church, at the grocery store, gym, wherever it is that they're attracting their potential mate, they're using a script, right? And they're walking up to that person, they're talking to that person, and they're saying what is comfortable for them to say to that person. That is a script. When you're telling your kids that you want them to do the dishes, that's a script. When you're convincing your spouse that you want to do X, Y, and Z, and you're trying to convince them and say, hey, I want to convince you to do this because it's going to help us or it's going to benefit me or whatever it may be. That's a script. Scripts are not bad. Scripts are how you become successful. Scripts equal success, right? But you have to know them, you have to learn them, and you have to practice them. If you do not have script practice in your daily schedule, if you do not have learning in your daily schedule, then you are selling your business short, you are selling your clients short, and you're selling your why short. If your why is your family, if your why is your future success, you're selling it all short if you choose to not actively practice scripts. So in this chapter, I'm going to give you my scripts. Like I said, we're going to go through those. If you got questions, ask in the Facebook group, ask in the chat, send us a message, flag me down, send a carrier pigeon. I don't care. Ask questions. There's so many resources I can point you at to help you practice your scripts, to pair you with role play partners. You don't need to be up at 4:30 in the morning to be in script practice at 5 a.m., right? You can probably find it in your own time zone. That's a little more comfortable. Now, I'm never going to tell somebody not to get up at 4:30 in the morning because it is invigorating to be up that early, to be up at the gym working out, practicing your mindset and your scripts and really honing your business. So let's dive into it. Let's dive into these videos. I hope you enjoy the scripts. Let me know if you got questions. Once again, I'm Zachary Bach, and this is the 1026 Club. I appreciate you being here, and I'll talk to you soon.